Glory here. Welcome back to my channel. Glad to have each and every one of you here with me. And it feels great to be back. Just a quick video to update a lot of you on what's been going on my channel and with me and my family. Let's see. Today is Monday, the 9th, I believe. Not even sure of the date. I've lost all track of days and dates. Today is the 9th, Monday the 9th. And if you follow me on Facebook and on Instagram, a lot of you already know. But for those who do not, this is just an update for you. Because some of you have commented on other previous videos wondering where I have been. Well, to give you an update, a lot of you know that when I went 2 weeks ago this Sunday past, I think it was 2 weeks ago this Sunday past, no, last Sunday. Anyway, went to Tennessee and I was in the hospital there for 4 days after just arriving there, okay? Came home, I've dealt with that. A lot of you know that I had sepsis and that my levels were sky high. I come to find out now from the doctors and stuff that I almost died. Literally, I almost died. Now, 2 weeks later, almost to the day of being back from Tennessee, I wound up in the hospital here, local. You know, thank God I'm home this time. I started the same symptoms again. Uncontrollable coldness, shivering. I was not feeling well. So my husband, hubby at the time, was not home. And you'll have to pardon a lot of the coughing and stuff. This medication, a lot of medications I'm taking are just got me dry mouth and stuff. So I've got my handy dandy water here. But he was not home. He was taking it. This was on a Tuesday. So it was July 3rd. It was Tuesday and he was taking his father out for the day, so he was not here. And around 10:30 is when I started to feel bad. So I messaged him and I let him know. He's like, oh great, you know, I'll be there as soon as I can. So he didn't arrive until, you know, I don't know, it was almost 1 or so by the time he got done with his father and stuff. And then he took me straight over to the ER. Well, they admitted me. My levels have gone down from when I was in Tennessee. When they released me from Tennessee, my level that shows sepsis was down to 9. It has to get to 0.5. It was down to 9, and they sent me home on 4 days of antibiotics, which I took, and everything was fine. Well, then, like I said, on the 3rd, I started to feel bad. So he took me in, and my levels were 5. They had gone down, but they were like 5.9 or 5.8, still high. So they admitted me again. Wounds, yeah, battle wounds. They hooked me back up to both IVs again, round the clock antibiotics all over again, checking my blood levels constantly all the time, and they finally released me. Now, I got a doctor on the last day that I was there. They released me on Saturday, which would have been, if today is the 9th, would have been the 7th. So I was there from the 3rd until the 7th. And then when he released me, and I got out late that afternoon on the 7th, very nice doctor, he came to me and he told me that he's releasing me on 10 days worth of antibiotics, and that if I at least in the least bit, and to follow up with my own doctor, obviously, which I have already got those all set up, and more blood work to keep rechecking these levels constantly. He told me if I start to feel in the least bit sick again this time, do not come to that hospital I was at, but to go to another hospital that's not far from me, well, a little bit, but still well worth the drive, trust me. To go to another hospital that has infectious doctors that specialize in infectious disease. And he told me to go there, and that they have this really neat kind of test. See, all this time they don't know where this infection's at. They have no clue. I have no cuts. My teeth are fine. I have no rashes. I have nothing at all to indicate that there would be an infection somewhere. So he told me to go there. He said they have this test where they'll take out some of my blood and my white blood cells, and they'll attach, I don't know if it's radioactive dye, something to my white blood cells, and then they'll inject that blood back into me, and it's almost like a magnet. It will go straight through my system and go straight to where the infection is and clamp onto it, so that then they'll know where the infection's at. Lo and behold, I could have done this probably all this time, but I just found this out from this doctor who was very nice that discharged me. So, God forbid, God's with me. If I should have to go back in again, third time's a charm, they say, I know where to go and what to get done, and I know God will take care of me. He's been taking care of me. He didn't let me die, so I still have purpose here on earth. So there you go. So that's what's going on. We still don't know. We're still battling it. We're still dealing with it. I feel great. I don't feel sick, because a lot of people, how you doing? I feel fine. I felt fine in the hospital too. It's really weird. I guess it's like almost like heart disease. It's a silent killer. It can kill me and I don't feel anything. I can go from being the way that I am right now to like I was when I was in Tennessee, unconscious, just from A to Z, boom, in 0.30 seconds, you know. It just, that's the way it happens. At least for me, that's how it happens. It's happening. No symptoms. So anyway, so my levels now, they have gotten me down with these 10 days of antibiotics. Last one that they drew before I left the hospital was down to almost, it was at 2. Got it down to 2. I still need to be at 0.5, but with these antibiotics I'm taking, I'm hoping that, you know, it'll get down there. And if anything, you know, I'm going to get another blood recheck and see my doctor, so they'll recheck it to see if these 10 days worth of antibiotics are knocking it down even more. I just need to get rid of this. And if it comes back, then that for them to at least find out where it is and take care of it, eradicate it, you know. I don't know. He said it could be anything as simple as a little teeny tiny little pinhole in my intestines or in my colon or something that just is seeping out, you know, infection into my system little at a time, and it just builds up and builds up and builds up until it's got me by the throat. So there you go. There's the update for you guys. That's where I've been. I got out on Saturday late afternoon. Today is Monday. All I did yesterday was just do nothing but just rest. I actually got to sleep. I was in and out sleeping all day Sunday because Lord knows you don't get to sleep in the hospital. It ain't happening. And especially in my case, they were in there. My blood pressure was dropping all the time. At one point it dropped like crazy. They were crazy. I think I had like 6 nurses in there at one time. Just didn't know. They were just beside themselves, didn't know what to do, and contacting the doctor and so on and so forth. And then another level that had gone up was my cortisol level had gone up. Well, now that's back down to normal, and that's fine. It's just that other one that we just can't But we're getting there. We're getting there. So anyway, I received some mail, and I wanted to give thank you to those who sent it to me. First thing that I wanted to show was some flowers that I had received while I was in the hospital. These right here I'd gotten from my oldest daughter. So thank you, sweetie. I absolutely love them and love you as well. And then the next thing that I got was these here. This was from Teresa. Hi, Teresa. And she has sent this to me while I was there in my room. Isn't this cute? Look. Little owl and the little flowers. So she sent me that. And then there was a dietitian that was there, and sweet, sweet lady. She is an avid pencil collector and pen collector like myself. And she came in and we talked for a while. And so the next day, excuse me, when she came to visit me, I need to get a drink. I apologize. When she came to visit me, she brought me my tray of food, and on my tray was this little guy. Isn't he cute? He looks like a little doctor, don't he? But it's a pencil. So that was so very sweet of her to think of me and to give me that. So I really appreciate it. And then my mother and my other daughter came to visit me, and they had brought me where my mother lives in the senior center there. She had brought me, I told you guys a while ago that several times I've told you guys I donate to them a lot of crafting stuff for them to use downstairs in their arts and craft room there where she lives at. So they used some of those, and it was nice to see them on the cards they gave me. But they sent me these little cards. Look at this. It says Kathy, and they know I love coffee. See, those are the 3D coffee ones. Isn't that sweet? So they made me this card, excuse me, and it was signed by every single person that lives there. Isn't that awesome? Oh my gosh, I couldn't even count how many. And it says, "Hi, wishing you a very special day and the best of everything all year through. From your UAW family." So all of them that live there signed it. They made me that one. They made me this one. And this one says, "Remember, you'll always have people who care for you. Most of all, God cares for you. Peter 5:7, your UAW family." So they gave me these two beautiful cards that they made for me. That, and then I also received this card. I love the washi down on the pink sparkly. And this came from Glenda Arwood. Hi, Glenda. And she sent me this card. It says, "Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good." And she made this card. Isn't it pretty? And it says inside, "Answered prayers." It says, "Dear Kathy, just a note to say hello. You are in my thoughts and prayers. YouTube viewer, Glenda Arwood. Grace." And there you go. And she made that for me. So thank you very much, Glenda, for thinking of me. And I want to say a big thank you to all of you who have messaged me, private messaged me, emailed me, so on and so forth. You have no idea how much this has meant to me and my husband, my family. It meant the world. You know, when you're sitting there in the hospital and You know, I sent my husband off because I did not want him to have to sit there all day long. You know, he needs to come home. There are things he needs to tend to, and the kitties and so on and so forth. That when you're sitting in the hospital, it can get to be so lonely. It really can. And there's only so much TV you can watch, or, you know, magazines you can look at, books you can read, your phone you can look at, things like that. You just miscommunicate the communication. And you guys reaching out to me on Facebook and on Instagram and communicating with me meant the world to me. It kept me sane, and it made me feel so loved. That's the best way I can put it. So loved. You guys are all awesome. So from the bottom of my heart and from my families, we thank you. We truly, truly thank you for all the prayers. God hears our prayers. He answers them when it's his time, and he answers them. And he came through for me. It was my time, and he came through. Yeah, I serve an awesome God. All right, guys, I'm going to get off here. I'll be back shortly. I have got a table full of stuff that's still sitting there, but I was almost caught up before I went in. And then mail started coming in. I had ordered some stuff online, and it's here. And I've got a few blessing mails that I want to share as well. So I've got a lot of videos coming your way, and you may see me dressed the same way, but I'm having a good day today, so I'm going to go ahead and knock some of these videos out. So we'll see you here shortly in the next one. Remember to always let go, let God. No guts, no glory. God bless you. We'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Oh, and a big thanks to Lisa's Halls and Mike. Thank you for that beautiful prayer twice now. I truly appreciate it. God bless you as well. Bye, guys.